Hey guys, I just wanted to make a video on pretty much just the reality of using an old receiver like this one. This is a Viewsat VS2000 Ultra. Very popular back in the early 2000s. This model came out in I believe 2006 or 2007. As you can see, it has the dissect controller for controlling your satellites and moving your dishes, and then it has the DVB for digital video broadcasting, and then so this only decodes DVB-S, which is standard definition, no HD, so it technically should be able to receive some channels off the out of space, but the reality is not really, not exactly. So it's 2025. I got this receiver at a thrift store. I think it was like $7. I made a choice that wasn't too smart when it came to first-time FTA users. So I bought it without a remote, and hunting a remote down for this thing was awful. So I did end up finding a remote made by Viewsat, just resold, and it does work. I did have to program it, and the program codes are all proprietary to these weird Viewsat machines. And yeah, now outside here I have it connected to a Shaw Star Choice Channel Master dish, and it was connected to this receiver. In my previous video I explained how I got the dish and kind of the things you can do with it. So the reality is pretty much it's probably just a good idea to buy a new receiver, or one that receives DVB S2 or S2X, which is HD broadcast standard. So in this one I have that satellite dish outside is pointed at Galaxy 18, which is 123 west, I believe. And so the reality is we're getting signal. So we have quality, or it's signal strength and then quality. So I used a dish pointer, like a little signal meter you connect, and then I also used the audio on this, which you can slightly hear playing. It's like a low hum. And I got it to get up to, if I change the transponder frequency to a different transponder, it goes up and down. But the transponder I was going to was this one, which is 120/78, which had a one channel on it. I forget the name of the channel, but it was a standard definition channel on Galaxy 18 that this receiver technically should have received. But for some reason, the list of satellites on this receiver is completely out of date, despite the fact that it says Galaxy 18 123 west. I believe it's looking for transponders and satellites that no longer exist. So I have this receiver on the latest version that Viewsat released before they went out of business, because they got sued by Dish Network / Bell for theft of service. But that was the last update. The last update was 2009. So a lot of the satellites that are on this list either don't exist or they go under different names. Like Galaxy 25, that's Galaxy 19 now, 97 west. Totally different name, totally different satellite, totally different transponders. None of this will really work. The only thing that would maybe work is the Nimics and possibly your Echo Stars, but you need a Bell Dish Network one for that. Meaning Bell and Dish Network satellite, or L&B, that's focused correctly on a satellite dish. So this receiver is mostly set up for back in the day, and you have a KU band dish or your big old C-band dishes from the 80s to go and receive your free satellite TV. You got your smart card slot there as well. But long story short, pretty much all the transponders and the entire list of satellites on here is completely out of date, and I've never been able to get a high amount of quality. I've been able to get about 50 quality, but it never pulls anything off the transponders it gets signal from, because everything's totally different now. So my advice is just buy a new DVB S2, S2X receiver. These things aren't worth it anymore. Back in like 2019, you could receive stuff off 97 West, Galaxy 25, Galaxy 19, Intelsat 5. They all go under a whole bunch of different names on this receiver. But pretty much this receiver is obsolete, and it's a good museum piece at least, but not very useful for day-to-day free satellite TV.